I don't know. I think so.
Are we live?
It says I am. Check, check, one. I got
Sibilance.
my mic. Meg's over here.
I'm off to the side. Hello, everybody.
Hi, friends. How are you? You coming through? Are we coming through?
Hopefully we are.
I hope so. Let us know. There's Pablo. There's Adrian. There's Bill.
We got Johan and Kelly.
Wonderful.
Scuba Steve.
There's Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve, I like
Dustin's
it.
here. There's Margaret.
Adrian,
right.
Hi.
Lefe's here.
Dustin, hello.
Do y'all see us?
Margaret,
Wax on,
hello.
Wax off.
Steven,
Wax
good day
on.
to you.
Wax off.
Got Bill Coonley.
They're just talking to each other. Oh, good.
They're seeing and hearing us. Hi, Lefe.
Thank you, Lefe.
Hi, Alistair. How are you?
Okay, very good. Friends.
Erez, hello. And Maury, hi.
I've had a hell of a week.
Yeah, it's been
Y'all,
quite
there's
the
a
week.
Rez. Hello. We've had a week off.
Matt Hackbert, hello.
And it hardly feels like it, friends. There's Matt. There's Hackbert. Awesome.
Yeah, we had a week, quote unquote, off, but it's been quite.
It's been quite a week.
It was quite the week.
I'm not feeling well. I don't know if y'all can tell that. I'm not feeling well. Actually, should I? I'm gonna.
Do you want to let them know?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them.
Okay.
Y'all, I haven't been feeling well for the last several weeks.
It's going on longer than that.
No,
but yeah.
not COVID, Lefe, thankfully.
No, it's been much longer than that. This stuff's been going on.
Maury says I look flat. My hair says different. Right? Good morning, Maury. No, I've been now newly diagnosed with type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
And I previously was
and hypertension.
And hypertension, and I haven't been treated for it. I've just been feeling off.
Yeah.
And just not good. And like I've got a lot of anxiousness and nausea, and I don't feel great when I eat, and I don't feel great when I don't eat, and
I think your anxiety's been triggered by your body not feeling good.
Yeah. So it's been a little bit of a double whammy, y'all. It's like getting up courage to come on camera because I just don't feel well.
Yeah.
I'm on new meds, and I've just started taking them within the last day or two, and even that is making my body go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank y'all for your compassion. I know that
it's not funny. I didn't laugh because
that
it's
y'all
funny.
would understand, what's going on. Yeah, some of you
I was laughing because I understand
have similar things happening.
Yeah.
So it runs in my family, and I had a feeling that at some point it was going to happen. And just over the past couple of months, it's just blossomed, and I really haven't been feeling well. In fact, I am most myself when I'm doing these videos. It's like for like 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug, and then I get done with it, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, edit. I don't feel good. Edit, don't feel good. Put it out. Hey y'all, how's it going? And it's just, so I'm glad to have a diagnosis. I'm glad to have a good doctor, and I'm glad to have some medicine, but it's the start of a new journey for me, y'all. My plan is to record some new stuff this week. I don't have anything, not a thing, recorded for this coming week. We really did take a week off. In terms of recording stuff, so we're here now, and oh shit, Pam's in the hospital.
Oh.
Hi, Steve. Feel better, Pam. Feel better, all of us, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. Pam, I remember you talking about having some stuff going on, and shoot, we're sending you healing energy and vibes and love. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hoping for the best for you.
Maury's bringing us back to the business at hand. There's a new Nightwish song out. I did one of their new ones a couple months ago when it came out. That would be That would be great. I also know that Opeth has a new song out that I'm hoping to get to before too long, maybe even tomorrow. I'm hesitant to tell y'all what's coming up because we've been so just I don't even know. Just getting all these blocks, and sometimes I can put stuff out and sometimes I can't. The blocks still happen and they're still a major part of our daily lives. So it's hard for me to tell y'all what we're doing because I don't want to say it and then something happens. But I will say this. I've got a few things that I'm thinking about for this week that I will tell y'all what we're at least planning to do. And if I need to run back to the restroom, we may cut this short.
Yeah.
But first, let me tell y'all, it's been a little bit since I went to the P.O. box, and there was some lovely items that have been sent to us. And I want to start with show and tell.
Yeah, really generous. We have very, very generous folks out there.
Yeah, I had this one out. This is by Jackson Browne, Late for the Sky. Love this album. I had it out listening the other day. Put that there.
So
we got
good.
a couple of things from our friend Alistair, and he sent us 2 albums by Threshold.
That's
and
awesome.
and he says we've done music by Threshold before, I think.
I feel like we have too.
Yes, I know. I think we have. Excuse me, y'all.
Either on the channel or
I need to
in
look
fan favorites.
because
maybe I can't remember. Is
Threshold.
Chad here? Chad will tell us.
Wow, I did one of them about this time last year.
Ah.
How about that? Only one on the channel.
Okay.
So far, that was episode 646. So he has sent me, or sent us, I should say. Here's one with 4 sides. It is Threshold Psychedelicatessen.
Oh, that's cool.
You put delicatessen in the title, normally I'm here for it. Right? Strictly limited edition, transparent violet vinyl. They're getting too fun with this. Nuclear Blast Records, Psychedelicatessen, and it's got 4 sides. On the back, I am eager to hear that one. It is still, this one just came out, 2024. It's still in the plastic. It just came. And I also got this one. What is this one called? Wounded Land. This is transparent green vinyl. I've never seen transparent vinyl before, but this is another Threshold album sent to us by our friend Alistair. Thank you, Alistair, for thinking of us and sending these
thank you so much.
to us.
That's
This
amazing.
one also is sort of over 4 different sides. So wonderful. Got some
that's
Threshold.
very
And then
cool.
our friend
Thank you.
our friend Fran, who has shown that she loves the band Pain of Salvation. Guess what?
Nice.
She has sent us an album, Pain of Salvation. We've got some new metal albums to work on. This one also is over
that's great.
4 sides. And this one
Thank you, Fran.
originally is from 1997, and I think it was re-released in 2017. It is called Entropia. Entropia. Rock and roll, friends. Isn't that great? Pain of Salvation.
Alistair says they're remixed versions of their first 2 albums. They sound fantastic. I can't wait to
Thank
hear.
you,
That's
Alistair.
awesome.
Rock and roll.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
And Fran, thank you so much. That's fantastic.
Pablo's asking, what about Marco Hayatala? I know Marco used to play with Nightwish. I haven't heard his solo stuff. Excellent.
Somebody asked about Sabaton. I think it was it Sabaton they said? I gotta go
Cool.
back.
Thank you, Alistair.
Were
Our
we
friend
talking about
Peter,
them yesterday?
I've got
Can't
a whole
remember.
box that Peter has sent. Actually, I've got 2 boxes that Peter has sent. Our good friend Peter.
He doesn't like this.
I know, but we got some CDs.
We do want to acknowledge Peter.
I wanted
Thank
to
you so
acknowledge
much
this because this is
for sending these.
some great classical stuff that
Peter
will
has the
fill
friggin'
out.
best taste.
Mahler 2, Megan.
Oh.
with the Concertgebouw Orchestra from
Now you're
Amsterdam,
talking my language.
imported from the Netherlands.
Now you're talking my language.
So you know it's good. Mahler 2, y'all, is where it's at.
I'm a horn player, so I speak Mahler. That's awesome.
Here's Mahler 5.
Oh, that's the big horn solo.
With
Woo!
and the CSO.
Oh, the CSO.
So
And Schulte?
And Schulte, yeah. Oh. Come on now. We've got some Vaughan Williams. We got some Mussorgsky pictures at an exhibition.
Sorry for my language.
I mean, it's righteous.
Oh, that's amazing.
Friends, it's really great. The Copeland album from Leonard Bernstein and the New York Philharmonic.
Oh, hello. Hello.
And it's got a drawing of our friend Aaron Copeland there on the back. It's got some Appalachian Spring, some Billy the Kid, some rodeo.
Yeah. Those are all fun to play. So much fun to play.
The Symphony of 1,000, Mahler 8.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
And there's some other great stuff in there. And the other box has some assorted CDs with other great things. And so,
Peter, you are way too good to us.
I'm just starting.
You all are way too good to us.
Just starting to go through all of that, and it's making me happy.
You all are way too good to us.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so much. That means the world.
Oh, Margaret, we don't need anything, but it's nice to receive, especially, albums that have been loved. With music that is wonderful that we also love, so it's a great thing. Mm-hmm. Excellent. So let me tell y'all what we have planned for this week.
Before you get into it, just super fast, wanted to say, Maury, you get it. As a horn player, you know.
It's great.
We speak Mahler and Brahms. We horn players, we speak Mahler and we speak Brahms.
Yep.
And we love it. Even though Brahms with the having
and occasionally you speak Strauss
with the having to transpose bit, sometimes we want to kick Brahms a little bit, a little light kick, but and yes, we do also speak Strauss.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, very very much.
Anthony, I've known of Bear McCreary's work for a lot of years.
Bear's wonderful.
He's a really talented composer. And I very much have enjoyed his work for film and for television. In fact, we did...
Outlander.
Yeah, Outlander. We watch Outlander, and he does all the music for that. I know that we listened to... Was it a Battlestar Galactica?
Yes.
Thing that he wrote? That was last year, I think.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That was in Fan Favorites, I think.
Excellent. Hi, Tim. Yeah, we did enjoy our vacation week. It was nice to get some downtime. A lot of going back to the we were busy though. I was. It's about that time.
I missed your announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I've got a church gig. I work at a church on Sundays, and we're about to in a few weeks start up again with rehearsals and the choir and the handbells and the whole nine. And so I needed to have a day or two to get my head straight on what was about to come down the pike. I needed to look at repertoire and do some planning and get some supplies ordered, all of that. So I did some of that. We went to the doctor a few times for checkups and new stuff. And it's not been one of these peaceful things where we go to the shore and sit on the beach for a few days. That's not what happened. We were still here, kind of a staycation and getting other stuff done. We've fallen behind on cleaning our house. Just a lot of stuff's been going on. So we've been working behind the scenes, but it was nice to take a little bit of a breather from the day-to-day workings of the channel. What's up, Isaiah? Good to see you. So here's what I'm planning a little bit this week. I'm going to attempt going back to Avenged Sevenfold tomorrow for Metal Monday. And I think we're going to look at a song called Hail to the King. I don't know anything about it, but it's been suggested to us, and We'll see. I'm also, y'all. Well, this is the thing. Margaret's asking, do I need another week?
Honestly, yes.
Maybe. Maybe. I might change my mind and go back to some throwback episodes. But it really does make me feel better and like I'm doing something positive with my day to be doing the work that we do here. It's not often that you can like go to your job and it's almost like a therapeutic, because
Yeah.
doing this gets me connected with y'all. It gets
Yeah.
me connected with the music. It keeps me, these videos don't take an entire day to do.
I will tell you all this.
About half a day to do.
Dr. Doug is not good at just
Twiddling my
sitting
fingers.
around.
not
That
good.
makes him anxious and twitchy, and so to actually have stuff to do,
We'll see.
is a helpful therapeutic thing for him.
And that's one of the reasons. It's true, Soggy Tom. Doing these, filming these takes me out of time, right? I'm zoned in. I'm not worried about the past. I'm not worried about the future. I'm just engaged in the present. And while I'm doing that, I'm kind of surfing that.
Yeah.
And it's a good feeling. So I love doing the recordings of.
As long as you're not working to avoid dealing with.
Steve,
Are you
I'm
hearing me? As long as you're not working in order to avoid dealing with what needs to be done.
My Megan knows me too well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steven, I may do that. We'll see. Steven says maybe a part-time week. I'll just kind of maybe tiptoe into the new week. Let's see. Thank you, Leffe. Thank you, Margaret.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That's a Texas law. Oh, bless my heart. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I agree with Steve. When you first get diagnosed, you should take time for the medication to settle.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still in that up and down. My body's not sure what's going on, So maybe I will kind of do a little like a half week. We'll see. The Observer, have you done any collabs with other YouTubers? Yeah, I've done a few. We've not in terms of a reaction. Like I haven't done a co-reaction.
Right.
When we've been talking with other YouTubers, it's mainly just been chatting about what it's like to be doing this and what our approach is and what our background is, and just learning a little bit more about each other.
Yeah.
Most recently, with Amy from the Virgin Rock.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good. Thank you, Stephen. Excellent. Throw in some Vivaldi for good vibes. That's not a bad idea, Potted wrote it. Excellent. Leffe, good question. When is the 400,000 subscriber party going to be? Here, a week from today.
Yep.
This is what we're thinking. We have, can you check how many subs we have currently?
Yeah, I'll look.
We're pretty close. And I think if everything kind of goes according to normal occurrences, we should hit it this week.
We are currently...
And I'm very thankful, y'all. It's amazing.
yeah.
It's absolutely incredible. So here's what we're planning to do.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
399,141.
441?
399,141.
141. So we got most of 1,000 to get. I think we can get it this week, y'all. Tell your friends. Help us get there. But we're planning to do the 400,000 subscriber on YouTube celebration live stream this coming Sunday. And we'll do the same things that we normally do. I'll tell you what's coming up on the channel, but we're going to have some trivia, some Daily Doug trivia, and our trivia winners are going to be invited to attend our next Doug on Demand Zoom session, and they will get to pick a song for me during that session for me to do an instant reaction to. And we're going to have multiple winners, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That I think that we're going to do. And so the next Doug on Demand is on the 25th. So today is the 11th. On the 18th, we'll do the live stream, the celebratory live stream. On the 25th at 2 o'clock Eastern is our next Doug on Demand. And that's when we're going to invite people to come and
the winners will come. Will be invited to
and
attend.
share the music that they want me to hear with
Yep.
me and with our Council of Doug's members who are in attendance.
I
And
picked
that's
that one song you're
gonna be
dying for
fun.
Doug to hear and react to. And if you win the trivia, you can come and do that at the
Yeah.
Doug on Demand session on the 25th, you said? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, Guitar Channel. No, not stuff like how many bands did Bill Bruford play with. Yeah, a couple. You know, too many. They're mainly about stuff that happens here on the channel, and yeah,
Yeah.
great. Thank you, Leffe. It's a wonderful thing. I love listening to the music with y'all, and these Doug on Demand sessions that we do via Zoom. They're 2-hour sessions, and we just started them this year, and we're up to, I think we're going to be having our 12th session coming up, so we're excited about that. For this week, on the Patreon this week, I am scheduled to do a behind the score. Most weeks I have one Patreon video. So during a 4-week month, I'll have an extended play lounge, a behind the score, another extended play lounge, and then the fan favorites at the end. That's our main stuff coming out of the Patreon. And this week I have a behind the score coming up, and I'm picking something that I know very well. And actually, our friend Peter that sent in this stuff in the box, he had suggested that I take a look at the absolutely sublime Requiem by Maurice Duruflé, the French composer. I love the piece. I've sung it a few times, and I'm going to take a look at the introit and the Kyrie, the first two movements of that.
Beautiful.
That's my plan, at least, for this week on Patreon. It's a great way to see how to incorporate plain chant, melodies that move by step, into a broader piece of work. It's going to be fun for us to peel the layers back and go into that. I'm thinking about dropping a throwback episode this week, just like we did Good Vibrations this past week from our summer song fan favorites. I'm going to drop Saturday in the Park. I think I'm going to do a Daily Doug video. That's how it works. Saturday in the Park from Chicago. That one's pre-recorded. That one I'm pretty sure will drop this week. I'm also thinking about, y'all, Aerosmith. I need to now look this up. Aerosmith is a band that I have not yet done on the channel. A-E-R-O Smith.
The biggest reason for you not having done them on the channel yet is because you know pretty well already most of their music. Mm-hmm. Much of their music, I should say.
Yeah, and I'm looking this up. Where did I see this? They've officially retired now as a touring band. On August 2nd, they announced that they've retired from touring, citing Steven Tyler's recovery from his vocal injuries to be something that's not going to be possible for him to perform in any way that they would want to perform. And it's got the band on my mind. And y'all, I grew up, I came of age in the late 80s into the 90s, so I'm well aware of like Permanent Vacation and Pump and some of the great songs that they had during the early 90s. I'm less familiar with their output during the 70s. So I'm going to go to, what my plan is to do Toys in the Attic, a side at a time.
Awesome.
And do side 1 and then side 2. And so I'm hoping on Friday to get to Toys in the Attic from Aerosmith. That's an album from the 70s. And I think I know Sweet Emotion on that one.
I believe so.
I know Sweet Emotion, and I know Dream On. I don't know if it's on that album or not.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But yeah, we're going to take a look at Aerosmith. Margaret is also right. I've never done any music by the Rolling Stones here on the channel.
Yeah, we need to get to that too.
And yeah, I'll probably get to them. That's probably the next big band to make their appearance here on the channel with me. So
yeah, I have some songs in mind to start
okay,
with.
Dream On is on the debut. Sweet Emotion is on Toys in the Attic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, and you know what? That's right, Hackbert, Walk This Way. You know what's funny? I think I only know the remixed version of Walk This Way with Run DMC. I don't think I don't think I've ever heard the original.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or if I did, I only have a memory of hearing like the rap and the verses with the other band and going back and forth.
Interesting.
So it'll be great for us to get to that album and spend a little time with Aerosmith, especially as they are now concluding their career. Excellent, excellent. Pam, I don't know that one. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you all for that. I've also got my eye on some more video game music to get to. It's been a while since we did some for the gamers here, so I'm not sure exactly what that would be yet. I'm also not sure what the next EPL poll. We do have a couple in mind.
We have a couple in mind, but having not done them yet, we're just not sure. We don't want to announce.
Stay tuned.
Because we don't know if we'll be blocked.
Let's see, the Elden Ring is the video game that we're looking. That's the one that our friend John has suggested.
Yeah.
So I may try to get to something from that. Juan is asking, is the quote-unquote master list link on my website? The link appears to be broken. Hang on a second. If you go to my YouTube channel, let me get there. YouTube.com/ you get to my YouTube channel, and if you go over to the about, right, with all the links, there should be an episodes master list. It's a Google Doc, right? I'm going to click on it and see if it comes up. This is the list of all the music that we've done here on YouTube. Yeah, it comes up for me here on YouTube and on Patreon, and it's searchable. You just hit Control F and search for something. So like if I want to know, let's see if I've done. Let's see what should I pick?
We'll investigate the link on Doug's website too.
Doors. Let me see the Doors. It says 7 different ones, right? So then I can go through. And you have clickable links to these as well. Thank you to our friend Arrow for managing this. It's an amazing resource, especially for me.
Yeah.
Because I forget all the time. We've done by the Doors. We've done the Soft Parade, Riders on the Storm, When the Music's Over, L.A. Woman, The End, and then Riders on the Storm again from our road trip songs. And there's The End when it appeared on our fan favorites. So there you go. 5 different songs, but 2 of them have appeared twice. Because
you did them once in fan favorites and then
on the Patreon and then released them to the YouTube channel.
Right.
So there you go. That's where I would go. I also thought that I would have time to redo my website and update my website this week. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
But that is in the plans, and we'll investigate the link that's there.
Yeah.
And fix that.
Oh, thank you, Casual Duelist. Appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat there.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Jorn Landa played for a band called Pentakill. Yorn, sorry. Which is a band that Riot Game created for the game League of Legends.
Ooh.
Okay, Yorn. See, this is what's hard doing what we do, because I don't know anything about a band called Pentakill,
or Riot Game,
or the game League of Legends. I don't know anything about all 3 of them. So doing.
Thank you for sending this. Because,
the video game and the anime stuff is really like on trust, like blind trust, with the people that send that stuff in, because I try to read in a little bit, but also
well, that's what John and I are here for too.
Yeah.
Is to take stuff and we can look into things for you
Yeah.
and dig into things and see
Cool.
what is this about, and
So can you look into
we
that
do research
for
for
us?
you. Yes,
That would
I'm
be great.
on it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm taking a screen grab.
Wonderful. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, LA Woman. What a great song. The Doors. I groove on the Doors, y'all. Mainly Jim Morrison's vocal range. It's kind of fun to sing along with him as a baritone.
Oh yeah, for you, that's great.
It's right.
Perfect.
It's right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Our fan favorites for this month is now active. We are accepting submissions over on our not Patreon, our Discord. We're accepting, I want to say reservations. No, submissions. We're accepting submissions. For this month, our theme is road trip songs. Mm-hmm. What songs that you like to listen to while you're on the road? And we've adjusted the maximum length of the song that you can put in there. I know that some road trip songs have extended solos and are a little bit longer, so up to 15 minutes is the allowable song length for this month, y'all. Mm-hmm. So let's see what matriculates to the top of the list there. Excellent. Yeah. What else do I have? I'm just relaxing. Oh yeah, by the way, council members, we have another hangout coming up on Saturday, this coming Saturday the 17th. Our normal time of 4 o'clock p.m. is when it's going to happen.
Eastern.
Rock and roll. Excellent.
Woohoo.
I'm trying to figure... yeah, the Observer says, I would nominate Jessica by the Allman Brothers Band. You know what? The last time that we did this is only the second time that we've done road trip songs. And it's been since episode 5. Way back in the summer of 2022. So it's been 2 years since we've done this particular genre. And Jessica, as I recall, made it into that.
I believe so.
Into that.
It's such
countdown.
A great road trip song.
It's perfect. And Ralph, that entire album from Deep Purple, Highway Star, would do it for me. You know, but true. I've done Highway Star now a couple times from Deep Purple. So we're asking people to think outside the box and keep bringing new songs, at least to us, songs that haven't been included yet on the Patreon or on YouTube. So from what's left, what are your favorites? You know? So that's what we're asking this week. So I'm thinking about, and again, no promises, y'all. It just depends on how I feel. This may completely change. Avenged Sevenfold on Monday with Hail to the King. I'm thinking about some Duraflame Requiem behind the score analysis for our patrons. This week, I'm thinking about music from the Elden Ring video game. We're going to look at Saturday in the Park from Chicago. I'm also looking at getting to Toys in the Attic from Aerosmith, and we would do that a side at a time. So this would be side 1. Yeah. Great stuff. The fan favorites are so much fun. It really gets people thinking. And
they are fun. I love the fan favorites videos.
I love seeing what people come up with. We
on our Discord and Patreon
invariably get, 50 to 70 submissions. And then whichever ones, get the most amount of votes. We do 2 rounds of voting. There's a submission voting, and then there's the, the ones that make it into the second round. Yeah.
If anyone who's interested in that and you're not yet a patron, just make your way over to Doug's Patreon. It's patreon.com/Doug Helvering. And if you join at the $9 tier or any of the higher tiers above that, you would have access to listen to all of Doug's videos on Patreon. And you also would have access to the fan favorites video series as well. And so you could, the way that works is you establish your Patreon with Doug. Then you,
I'm gonna let Meg take over.
If you have a Discord account, you connect the Patreon, your Patreon to your Discord account.
Yep.
And that gets you access then into our Discord server. And from there, you can submit a song. of your choice, like your favorite road trip song for this fan favorites, for this month's fan favorites video. And then people can upvote other people's selections, and whatever songs get the most upvotes go over to Patreon, where we put them in a poll.
Yeah.
And we vote one more time there, and like the top however many songs are what make it to the final video.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Frodo fan. Are you a Westminster grad?
Ooh.
That makes me happy.
Hold on. What am I missing? Where are we at?
The PH.
Oh,
Frodo
hey guys, I went to Westminster.
fan.
Clark? Wait.
Choir College. He corrected it.
Oh, okay.
I've been addicted to your channel. Keep producing the amazing content. Thank you very much.
When were you there? That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I hope you didn't have to be subjected to one of my classes.
No, your classes were the best. Everybody who had your classes would tell you that.
I was there. I did my master's.
Doug's a great teacher.
From 2000 to 2002.
Doug's an engaging teacher. You guys know Doug's engaging.
And then I came back to teach. I taught there from 2009 through
Master's
2020.
program.
Music
Master's
ed.
like you. Master's program.
Master's program, music ed.
Yeah.
Westminster has been known for its music ed program.
Oh, absolutely. There are some wonderful, wonderful teachers who have come from their program.
And it's part of why my ear training has become as advanced as it is. I don't have perfect pitch, y'all. I'll reiterate that. Oh, wonderful! He's a music theory nerd. I had Kozar. I was a grad assistant for Dr. Kozar.
Yeah.
And it's great to be one of his peers now. You know, Dr. Young just recently retired. How about that? And he's had a wonderful career, and he was one of my composition teachers. Absolutely love Dr. Stefan Young. Great guy. Ooh. Frodo fan, we need to chat.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, you can send Doug an email if you want.
Yeah.
It's thedailydoug@gmail.com. Yeah, that'd
Wonderful,
be great.
wonderful. So that's kind of what we have in store this week, y'all. And just to recap, at the very beginning here, I let people know that I've been not feeling very well, and just within the last 48 to 72 hours, I've been newly diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. My body has been completely just going in crazy directions. I haven't been feeling well.
And now you got the new meds.
And now I've got new meds, and
Have to adjust to that.
and the meds are making me feel funky.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure of what my stamina and what my just feeling will be.
Can I butt in for one fast
Luckily,
second?
I get to set my own schedule.
That's
so
true.
if I need to back off, I will.
Butting in for one quick
Sure.
second.
Butt in all you want.
Any of you out there who suffer from and deal with anxiety on a regular basis, even if you have medication to help control it, which I hope it's okay for me to say that Doug does as well.
Yep.
But it's still present.
Take your meds, friends.
Nevertheless, getting this new diagnosis, it's a hefty one, and the medication now for it, and when your body, if you have anxiety and your body is going through changes, that can trigger your anxiety.
Yeah.
I think there are people who are on here right now and in the chat right now who will go, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's what we're dealing with.
Relative
here.
time works. Yeah, that's one of the new medications that I'm on. Right now we're starting all oral, and my finger prick thing is on order.
Yep, we'll be starting that.
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll get the thing you can put in your arm, and that
Sure.
whole deal.
Maury, here's the thing. Let me talk about this a little bit. He says, you say you don't have perfect pitch, but I've never heard someone who picks out the notes like you do. You have a great talent. Thank you. It's cultivated. And here's the thing. It drove me nuts for years. I started getting into writing music before as I was learning the theory and how everything connects together, but I really didn't have an ear
Thank you, relative time works.
for what was in my head. And y'all, if you're a composer and you're wanting to write something I have an envision of something, of a melody or of a sound or a chord progression, and I would have to go and hunt and peck on the keyboard to try to figure out what sound I was hearing in my own head. And invariably, I'd forget what was in my head and pay attention to what I was kind of improvising at the keyboard, and the music would kind of go away and I would do something different. And it absolutely drives me crazy because I'm like, ooh, that was a good idea. I need to be able to write that down. So cultivating this ear training has been with the mind towards what the hell is in my head. I need to be able to write that melody down. And you do it, and you do it, and you do it, and then you teach it. And the kids at Westminster Choir College, the students that we would have there, most of them are vocalists first, or keyboardists first. That was the majority of the students that we had there. And these vocalists are wonderful. You know, a lot of world-class vocalists have come through there. And if you're doing ear training and they're really great at it, you got to be better than them, you know? And so it made me just buck up over years and years of doing it. And the more that I would lead dictations and I would lead oral skills and all that sort of training, I'm paying attention as I'm playing it and how it sounds, and the difference between using a 4-chord versus a 2/6 chord. You know, one's major and one's minor, you know, or the difference between where the 7th is and where the 7th isn't, you know. You just get used to the sounds. And then you just remember, oh, that sounds like that. That sounds like that. If I get stuck and I forget, not forget, but if I get lost trying to figure out like what key a band is in, if I hear D major, I'm like, oh, Joy to the World. Cool, I'm back on. So that I've got a few that I can just kind of ingrain in my head and just pop back to and use. But a lot of this has been just me sitting in woodshedding over a couple of decades and just using that mechanism daily. And it gets better over time. You start to remember you know, how these sounds move from one to the other. And so whenever you hear it, it's like, ah, there you go. You know, you just call play by play. And it's kind of fun. It's a fun way to try to learn music because one of the ways that I would kind of have fun with this is to listen to stuff on the radio, like in the car, and be, ooh, can I figure out what key it's in and what chords they're playing and be able to go home and recreate it on the keyboard, you know? And like, oh, that didn't work. Try again. Okay, that's in this key, you know? So that's where all of that's come from. I started with
Kelly, muscle memory.
a very uncultivated ear, and all of this has been just the result of this daily working it out over decades.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. It takes a long time to get to where you can trust it, you know? So there you go. Yeah, Maury's like, yeah, but you pick apart Dream Theater, which is impossible. So the way to pick apart Dream Theater is to not try to follow like all of the fast passages. Just try to hear them in their totality. See if you can go out and just listen for the cadences. Oh, they end here, and they do all this stuff. And okay, they're still in this key. Cool, you know. And occasionally you can riff through it. It's the slower, the speed at which the chords change, the harmonic rhythm, is slower than all of those surface level movements. So that's really what you can look to see where those harmonies are changing. And sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I'll tell you I have no idea where they are. We're just going to enjoy ourselves, you know. But that's how I've learned over the years to listen to music in a way that, um, I can understand it really quickly and kind of digest it. That's how I've just learned to do that over the years. Practice makes perfect. You're right, Deep Burrito. What do you got, Meg? You looking at something?
Yeah, I was going to say to Adrian here, I have a person very close to me who also had Graves' disease with the thyroid and had. It's amazing how when something goes wrong with your thyroid, the weird different places in the body that can affect that are
Yeah.
completely totally random, and you're like, how is that connected in any way whatsoever to the thyroid? But they are, and it that was a difficult thing for them to go through, and so i I know where you're coming from, and I haven't talked about my situation in depth at all, but with what I've recently gone through, I get it much more
For
now
sure.
because I had a lot of weird things going on, and I have an autoimmune condition is what
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with. So, and I haven't, and I'll talk more about that at some point in time, not today.
Yeah.
But anyway, I understand having a whole bunch of weird symptoms that don't seem related, and then you find out, oh, they actually are because it's an autoimmune
Related.
condition. Yeah.
Let's see, Ricardo. In reminding of past considerations, Philip Glass's first film score. Oh, Kyliani Scotzi. Yeah, that's still on our list to get to. Um, that's still on our list to get to.
Yeah, Margaret, that's true. The thyroid is one of those things that if it ain't happy, ain't nothing happy.
Yeah, the
That's
thyroid
true.
is a bully, for sure.
That's a bully.
Yeah, he's like bullying himself around.
No,
Um,
I don't think of it as that. I think of it as more of
yeah,
like if the as a crying baby in the middle of the night, and if that baby is not happy,
yeah.
then nobody else is getting any sleep
Hi,
either.
Janine. Good to see
So,
you.
hi Janine.
What else? I saw something. Y'all were talking about Ramstein. Um, Reggae. Do you have you had a warning about reviewing Rammstein? Apparently, some YouTubers have had major problems, including suspensions by YouTube. It's been a long time since we listened to music by Rammstein.
Well, we've not been doing them
Yeah,
for
there were some personal issues with members of the band that
allegations.
I wanted to kind of steer
We've
clear
just been
of.
leaving it alone.
And so I
Yeah.
haven't really come back to consider them recently. But if, some of their songs are quite controversial and doing controversial topics and, controversial language and things that you see in the music videos, it may be that's getting folks in hot water. YouTube has some guidelines of about the type of material that you can put on the platform. Yeah.
Oh, did you see Roz's question?
Who?
Roz Ben-Ari.
Do you still have to practice to maintain your ear training, or is it enough for you just to listen to music casually? Every time that I do a Daily Doug video, it's practice.
Yeah, that's true.
Every time that I'm writing, it's practice. I've done it for so long that I can just kind of pop back into it. So the good news is that I can still listen to music casually and not really engage my theory brain and just go, cool, and not care about what the chords are, or it's not like people having perfect pitch and it always registering, I can turn it off and be fine.
I also want you to see Frodo fans.
You need to
Chat
check
there.
out some more of his masterworks.
Neil Morse.
There's the Similitude of a Dream
Yeah.
up there on vinyl. We've done a few Neil Morse band albums on entire albums over on the Patreon. And I've had a conversation, an interview with Neil Morse that's on the channel. Take a look at it. That was, as I recall, that was a really fun
And
conversation.
You got to meet and speak with him a couple of times. Like the one time.
No, just the once in person.
Just the once in person.
Just the once in person. Yeah, before a transatlantic concert.
Oh, it was just the one time.
Yep.
But it was great to be able to
was fun.
See him backstage and talk for a few minutes because he's a really good guy.
Yeah. So y'all, we're working through some things. I'm up and down on my own health. Megan is still working to get stabilized with her condition, and we're just trying to do our thing and keep ourselves healthy and keep providing y'all with some great content here. And we'll see how I feel this week. I may back things off a bit, but if I feel like it, I'm gonna do the episodes because I enjoy doing them, y'all. I really do. I really do.
Yeah.
I got into music. I got into music because it was the hardest thing I ever tried. And my curiosity into it, not only how it mechanically works and how the sonic things sound and how they sound in time and the different instrumentation and the different timbres, it just exhilarates me. And trying to make sense of it is really one of the hardest things I've ever tried, and it keeps me coming back day in and day out. There you go. What are you laughing about?
I'm chuckling at what Frodo fan wrote in the chat here. My greatest gift is my ear, and when I listen to music, I can't tune anything out. I hear everything in solfege. Kind of a blessing and a curse. And I was chuckling at that. I feel you.
Yeah, that's what happens when you do all that. Yeah, I tend to hear things in solfege too. I tend to like, oh shit, I'm just solfeging them to death on YouTube.
Doug
thanks for tuning in.
Doug just randomly starts singing in solfege. It's really funny.
Frodo, I'm sorry to be talking just to Frodo fan, it seems here, but y'all, okay, Big Train. They're great. They're absolutely great.
They're so wonderful.
I'm working on a big project that's going to include Big Train, y'all. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Gil is asking, at what age did I start music? I started as an 8th grader in choir. My family was not a musical family. We didn't have, check this out, y'all. My family, like I was born in the late 70s and, was a kid up to like middle school, in all the 80s, right? We didn't have an LP player in the house. Barely a boom box. If there was any, if we were watching television, we were watching the game, watching a baseball game.
Like your parents never had the radio. Like your mom never had the radio on in the kitchen.
No, if I was listening to something, I was listening to play-by-play on the radio.
Huh.
I was a jock. I was solely into what can I catch or throw or play with other people. If there's a ball involved, I'm there. That's where I was.
Because y'all, from what I hear, Doug never had that awkward kid moment, like with an awkward body. He just has always been coordinated and could do any sport you threw at him.
And I was taller than the other kids, so I ruled like the 5th grade basketball playground. But so as my family moved, and as I started 8th grade, I started choir. And it was, like I said, the scariest and the hardest thing that I had ever done. And it really grabbed my brain. And slowly, over these last 30-something years, I've gravitated, good Lord, gravitated towards doing music mostly, and I don't watch the sports stuff as much as I used to.
It's true.
We've got all these great records now. Any time of the day, we just put the turntable on and we listen to tunes. And
we do watch the golf
it's
majors.
Wonderful.
We try to catch those.
Yeah. Frodo fan is now curious. I don't know if I've told this publicly, but what I'm doing is I'm co-writing a book about Big Train's songs, and it's going to be a compendium of all of their
Is it
stuff.
okay to be saying this
Sure,
publicly?
sure.
Okay.
We've written enough now. Me and another well-established writer, we're working together, and I've been asked to provide Daily Doug style written analysis reactions, or just analysis in general, essays to a lot of these great songs by Big Big Train, and going through and getting to spend time with them and do multiple listens. It's a little bit more interesting because I don't have to think about it in the moment and hope to get it in, you know. Yeah.
Oh, Janine, Doug would be interested in talking with your sister.
What'd she say?
My sister has a master's in vocal performance, music theory, and a minor in math. That's a person who is right up your alley.
Tis true.
Yeah.
Tis true.
Because you're brainy with math too, so.
Yeah, it's a wonderful task, Big Fooney, and I've over the last 2 or 3 months, we've been writing actively, and I've gotten about an essay a week done, and we're working on close to 30 of them just from me. Before the thing's said and done. So look out for that next year. If we can get that done.
Big book.
Big book, for sure. Yeah, and they're I think my favorite band working today.
Yeah.
I really enjoy them. And yeah, just great stuff. Absolutely great. It's one of the getting back to all of these wonderful musicians and bands and music that have passed me by over the last 40 or 50 years is one thing, but getting to know a working band in their prime now is quite fun that I would have never, I don't think, known. Yeah. They're wonderful. I also have really fallen in love with Marillion. They're a little heavy for me, but Haken, those guys are so cool, and they're so smart and just excellent at what they do. I've loved going to their concerts as well, and yeah, it would be. It's fun. It's fun stuff. We've been on for about an hour. Good Lord, this has gone fast.
Janine just wanted to say we're sending best wishes to your sister and everybody out there trying to stay out of the fires in California.
Wow.
It's just every time we hear about that happening out west, it always gives me a certain level of anxiety and just hate when people have to lose everything, hate when lives are lost. So just we're hoping she's going to be able to stay safe out there. So
Maury, the thing that was scary was having to sing in front of other people. You know, it's and having to perform in front of other people. Before I had cultivated like control over my voice and just vocal ability. You know, especially as an 8th grader, you know, you stand there and you're in front of all of these girls that are looking at you. They're like, can this dude sing? And I'm like, and wrong. I'm like, I don't want to, do it wrong. You want to do it right,
Yeah.
So it's a scary thing to be in front of your peers, to be in front of anybody, and perform, right? And when you're doing it with your voice, you don't have an instrument to hide behind, a trumpet or a horn or a guitar or a bass. It's just you. And
I remember you telling me about when
it's a scary thing.
When you were in the Westminster, what do they call it, concert choir, and the first time that Flum pulled you out and put you in a quartet, to sing, and you were like, oh, it's scary. It's you feel very exposed.
There it is.
In those situations.
There you go. How about it? I've done an EPL on it. I've done an extended play lounge on Hand Cannot Erase.
Yeah.
There you go. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Friends, y'all make me just be in a better mood. You really do. thank you for spending time with us here. I feel better now than I did at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock when we started. I looked at the thing and it's now 2 o'clock. Holy crap, we've been doing this
Yeah.
for an hour.
Hey, Fran, thank you. And thank you again for
Is Fran here?
Yeah, Fran is here. So,
Ooh.
Fran, thank you. We've got right here, Pain of Salvation. Thank
Got
you
it.
so much. I told you that whatever you sent, we were going to love it, and we definitely love it.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't
thank you.
taken the plastic off yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Entropia, first ever vinyl release of the band's classic 1997 debut album in celebration of its 20th anniversary. This extra thick vinyl, the thickness is where it counts, y'all. The thickness is where it counts. Right, Meg?
Douglas, no comment.
No comment from Meg. Okay, friends, we are gonna sign off, and we're gonna try to feel better and take care of ourselves and stay in touch with all of y'all.
Yes, yes.
I'm hoping for a big week, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so stay tuned, and we'll share some great music along the way. Okay, friends?
Much love, everybody.
Much love, y'all. Okay, cheers. Did I remember where to put my finger? I can never remember. Well, there's my finger. I can never remember exactly where my finger goes. But, ooh, found